Hello everybody and welcome to this video about a new game that is currently being developed by Sweden game developer Stunlock Games and being published by Funcom, who you may know of from their MMO Age of Conan. This game is an arena-based PvP game, sort of third-person, top-down view, sort of similar to Diablo, where you control a single unit and you have about 5 or 6 abilities that vary from range DPS, melee DPS, healing, or tanking. So I'm going to get into a game very quick here. There are different game types such as capture the flag or an arena-based single life team deathmatch type game. The UI is quite slick and you do see you can level up as you continue to play. I don't believe it affects your actual gameplay, but it's sort of a progress chart for yourself. I'm going to try and join a game right here so I can show you how the gameplay works out. You just ready up, and here is a wide variety of different bloodlines or classes that you have to choose from. And I can see what my teammates are choosing, but not what the opponents are choosing. I do see we have a range, and then we do have a healer as well, so I'm going to try and pick a melee DPS to try and sort of keep a good wide variety of units on our team. And there we go, this is the arena game type, meaning it's just a team deathmatch. Every character has 1 life. Just try and kill the opponents, no other sort of objectives like the capture the flag or the territory-based zone. As soon as everybody readies up, we'll be able to get into the game. So this is Bloodline Champions. Here are all my abilities controlled by things like the mouse buttons, space, Q, E, R, and F. So all right around the WASD controls in the top right. And here I am, just trying to get in and slash him around, and I am getting healed also by my one teammate, who is a healer. Every unit also has an ability where it's based on travel. So as you see, you can jump there. That's a special ability for this character, but every single character does have a way to travel around more easily. And ooh, that guy also just used his ability to quickly get out of the way. And we did just take out one of the enemies right there. And there we go, easily winning that one arena round. At the end game chart, you can see different people's progress and what they did in that game. Here's a combat value, which takes in things like damage taken, healing, and damage done into account. And it records everything from DPS, healing per second, and total amount of damage taken. So it's pretty useful to chart your performance. Every unit also generally has an area of effect ability, as well as a utility and sort of a travel. Also, as you can see on the bottom, I have this energy bar that's filling up the yellow bar. And as it gets better, I'll eventually get this ultimate ability, as it's called. And the ultimate, which I actually just threw away there, actually that big blind effect that you saw, that was someone else's ultimate ability. So they're very cool abilities. Very powerful. They only see a little bit every game since they're usually being used by someone. That big effect there was also another ultimate ability. Unfortunately, our healer that game got taken out rather early, which made it so that we got killed that round. So now it's 1 versus 1, and we're going to continue playing and see who can win. In addition to the general abilities you have down at the bottom, there are the bloodline abilities, which every character can use. That are the same for everyone. One is just heal yourself a little bit, and the other one is simply you can resurrect your opponent, your allies, sorry. So I'm going to try and get away, and then I'm going to use my bloodline ability to try and heal up. Because I do not want to, lose myself, although my ally is in there getting quite hurt. There's also a very cool sort of a line of sight thing. If I'm behind an obstacle, as you can see, I cannot see my opponent who is also behind the obstacle, and he cannot see me. So now I can get behind this cover and try to use my Bloodline Medallion ability to heal up, although I am caught, and then I'm taken out by this one ranged opponent right there. So it does not seem like our team is doing very good, but nonetheless, this game is really quite fun. Besides this, there's also a territories-based game type where it's you try to capture the 3 points to win the game, and then there's a larger sort of tug-of-war type game. So I'm going to try and get back because I know these guys are not as powerful as me in sort of hand-to-hand combat, but I do need my healer to help me out and give me some health like that. Here I am targeting this one guy, taking down pretty low health before he teleported away. Oh, there he is right there. So everything has pretty unique abilities. And I'm going to be able to take him out. And now I do have my ultimate, which is I become immaterial during. It's like a big dashing ability. So I'm going to find my ally and try to use it right here. There we go. Go right through it, doing a lot of damage and being able to close the gap. There we go, getting a killing blow. It looks like this round we are going to be able to win against our opponents here. Again, jumping around trying to find this last enemy. And on certain maps, as you can see in the middle, power-ups can spawn there around certain times, so it can be very integral to your game to try and pick up those power-ups so that you can sort of have an edge over your enemies. But besides the power-up, it is been said by the Stunlock Games, the developer of this game, that they're trying to shy away from any sort of random events in the game. They don't want critical strikes or any random avoidance because they don't want the game to be too focused on random events. They want it to be more skill-based, unlike some games. So that is very interesting, I feel, and sort of a different. It keeps it very skill-based and very competitive, which is what they're going for. I'm at very low health right now. I'm going to try and get away, and once again use my Bloodline Medallion, which should heal me as long as I'm not hit. As you can see, my health is not going up, and my healer is behind me, healing me up even further. Unfortunately, we did lose right there, again because the healer, and me and the healer got separated from our other player who died too early on, which is very unfortunate. Now it's 3-2. And I believe it's 1-4 in this situation, so if we want to win, we do have to step it up. We do have one ranged damage dealer, healer, and me, which is a melee DPS. No tank on this team, unfortunately. So I'm going to get behind and try and hit this guy. I don't know what he was doing. That was very interesting. Trying to get away from the combat. Don't want to be too separated from my healer. Getting back in once again. There is no mana in this game. All abilities are sort of built around cooldowns. So you're not going to have to worry about controlling your mana. Getting in here now. It looks like we do have a good chance of doing quite well. Although we did just lose a guy right there, and we'll be able to take out this one final guy. Hopefully I'll be able to get to him and he does not heal up. I did take this one out. Now I'm trying to hunt down this other guy who did get the power up in the middle, and now he's disappearing. Unfortunately, I have lost our healer, so unless I'm able to take on this one guy, we might be in some trouble. Unfortunately, I died right there, which means the game is going to end. We did lose that game 4-2, but I hope this sort of showed you this new game called Bloodline Champions. I hope it looks interesting. I'm not sure if you'll be able to get into this beta, but currently it is in the beta stage of the game. It has not been said when the game is going to release yet, but hopefully you'll look into it more and think about purchasing this game when it does come out. Thank you for watching this video.